something you were talking about earlier, American Psycho. American Psycho is actually satire about the Wall Street, yuppie culture. So you like that's the thing in the movie. This guy goes out and he gives money to hookers and then he gets them home and then he like kills them.
Yeah. I think that is I laughed at it. That was fucking hilarious.
Exactly.
Like he runs behind her with a chainsaw butt naked.
And then he throws it.
That was fucking hilarious.
And then he shouts like That's the thing. I think it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just us twisted people who find it funny. It's not. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be satire that these people are so insane that there's just like one step. This is
like I think that's the basic definition of satire would be that talking about something on absurd levels.
Yeah, and like if you see American Psycho, they don't say that, hey, this is bad, this is a bad guy. They don't specify it. But
they're just portraying it. You know it.
But you know it. Yeah. That's the thing. You need a mature audience to say that, hey, this is wrong. But I understand this is wrong. They don't need to spoon feed it to me that, hey, this is actually wrong.
I think that the directors and the creators of American Psycho thought that their audience would be mature enough to comprehend what the message they are trying to portray.
Yeah, but at the same time, like then some, I'd have to say, dumb fucks don't understand it. They think that they're supporting killing of prostitutes.
Or many people thought that American Psycho is a movie about serial killers. I think majority of people who watch American Psycho are the ones who thought कि ये भैंचोद ये तो serial killer का picture है.
एंड में पकड़ा भी नहीं उसको.
चूतिया पुलिस. अरे ऐसा होता भी नहीं है यार. उसने गाड़ी फोड़ डाला. ये तो गलत हो रहा है. एटलीस्ट हैप्पी एंडिंग तो देते थे.
ऐसा कैसा एंडिंग होता है समझा भी नहीं मेरे को एंड में क्या हुआ.
और एक्चुअली मैं पहली बार देखा ना, जब मैंने देखा आई एडमिट मैं इतना सोचा नहीं उसके बारे में. मैं बहुत स्ट्रेट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा, इतना सोचा नहीं उसके पीछे का कि ऐसा कैपिटलिज्म और न्यूयॉर्क में वॉल स्ट्रीट कल्चर कैसा है वगैरह, ये सब नहीं सोचा. मुझे सही में लगा कि नॉर्मल मूवी की तरह देखेंगे. बट देन आई रेड अबाउट इट and then I was like, okay, that is an actual nice movie. मैं भी ये देखा चूतिया पिक्चर है पैचोस.
पर बहुत funny.
I think मैं भी तुझे पहली बार बताया, मैं वही बोला मेरे को तो बहुत चूतिया लगी भाई ये मूवी. कुछ भी हो रहा है.
ब्रो डीप है ब्रो सुन. नहीं ब्रो एक्चुअली चूतिया नहीं.
बट फिर 3-4 नर्ड राइटर के 20 मिनट वाले वीडियो देखने के बाद
ऐसा तो सोचा ही नहीं.
बट यार भारी सिंबोलिज्म है उसमें.
हाँ अरे वही that's the thing, you need a mature audience to understand that it's satire. It's not actually just अरे मस्ती में मार दिया. नहीं पकड़ा.
अरे मैं तो अपनी खुद की थियरीज चला रहा था कि उसको स्किज़ोफ्रेनिया है करके.
अरे उसने मर्डर नहीं किया, उसने बस
अरे बट मैंने जो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखा वो पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से मुझे वही लगा ना यार. आई थिंक that is also a fair argument.
I think it's like that scene where he kills Paul. It's like honestly one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. The way he dances, puts on the raincoat, और फिर आगे hey Paul, ठक ठक ठक, और पीछे गाना बज रहा है. It's insane.
That was a really nicely directed movie.
Yeah. It's really acted, really nicely directed, and like I think really nicely written movie to some extent.
It's based on a book, right?
Yeah, that's
American Psycho, the book.
In the book, I think there's like some differences. Like they kind of explain why he's like that.
So of course, like ऐसा pictorial representation तो नहीं दे सकते ना, तो through words explain करना पड़ेगा book में. Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that another thing I think even if you make like the most amazing movie based on a book, I think the book will still be better. Like that's just what I think.
Like movies limit your imagination to
because when you're watching a movie, you're seeing a particular thing which is shown by the director through his vision. But when you're reading something, it's through your vision.
It's basically you creating your own movie.
Creating your own, yeah, exactly.
Like you can choose who the actor is.
Yeah, and
you can choose what the scenario is.
Yeah, you can go into so much depth.
Yeah.
Like the movie The Godfather, there's this scene where Michael Corleone he shoots a cop, right? That scene is what? It's not even 5 minutes, but in the book it's 5 pages. It goes into the detail of what is going through his head when he goes to pick the gun, when he's going to pull the trigger. Like, you know what is going through his head.
But then the actor has to be talented enough to show it on his face.
Like, even if he can just like maybe do 50% of it. He can't.
Not even 50%.
Not even 50% of it. He can't.
Guilt कैसे तो दिखाएगा ये चीज का चेहरे.
Not even guilt. Like, the whole thought process of like, I'm doing this.
But again, other tools like narration, background narration, and
I think that's cheap.
Pussies.
That's very no, that's very convenient. I mean, I think that's dumb. I mean,
that's the only way. How else are you supposed to tell the audience what is going through?
I think, like, if you're just going to tell me, why show it to me? If you are capable enough,
I think you are one of the rare 1% of the audience which doesn't like spoon feeding shit.
Yeah,
I think that's the reason why you don't like Friends and Big Bang Theory, because like when the laughter track plays, you feel insulted कि मतलब मैं इतना चूतिया हूँ.
अब भी हंस तू.
मैं इतना चूतिया हूँ कि मेरे को जोक भी नहीं समझ में आएगा.
अब भी हंस बस. अभी जोक हुआ हमने like.
But to be fair, अगर laughter track डाला नहीं भी रहता तो भी I would have laughed at many of jokes in Friends and Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory is, in my opinion, actually a really good show.
I think to some seasons after that.
Fourth season के बाद में.
And then it's just a
repetitiveness. Friends के साथ भी same. इसका शादी होने वाला है, इसका breakup होने वाला है.
Yeah, I think to the like third, fourth season you maybe care about Ross and Rachel.
Till the fourth season you care about Ross and Rachel, and after that it's just one line.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But I think like it's also maybe a little commendable that the way they showed that quote unquote break, because if you look at it from Rachel's point of view, like he cheated on her, but if you look at it from Ross's point of view, he thought that they had broken up. So
it was Ross's fault. There is no debate in it.
I mean,
like you don't
let me rebut.
You don't go and fuck someone 15 minutes after you have broken up with someone.
They had broken up.
What the fuck? What the fuck, man? That just not. And I think, friends, another thing that I really like, whenever someone asks me, I have a huge amount of people who are my friends who say that Friends is not really funny or Friends is a shitty show. Yeah. And I have a huge amount of friends in the same circle who say that Friends is the best
show ever.
Yeah, so during times like these, I have to act as a mediator, and I'll tell to you what I tell to them, that first of all, Friends is a show which is made not for an intellectual audience. It's not art.
Yeah, it's
storytelling.
It's just what you watch while eating something.
Exactly. Like कुछ करने को नहीं है, एक रैंडम फ्रेंड्स का एपिसोड आग बंद करके डांट फेंका, कोई सीजन है, डांट फेंका कोई एपिसोड है, वो लगा दिया, देख लिया. Like you don't need too much knowledge to comprehend what's happening on Friends.
And that's the thing, people don't understand that it's not necessarily a bad thing. People say that और deep नहीं है तो अच्छा नहीं है.
हाँ, फिर तो भैंचो तुम्हारी जिंदगी कोई मतलब नहीं है ना. You can't expect to watch
personal attack.
अरे हाँ, बट तुम एक ही टाइप का कंटेंट हर चीज में तुम डेप्थ ढूंढोगे तो that is wrong expectation from your side as well.
Yeah.
And frankly, personally, I don't like people who watch only deep content.
Yeah. I think like I cannot.
Extremely philosophical people.
I cannot take it. My mind will get tired eventually.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I cannot listen to Radiohead constantly. I have to listen to a Bollywood party song in the middle to just have fun. It's not, the thing is, it's the most.
It's for leisure. First of all, it's for leisure.
Yeah, it's the most. I think it's the most simple rhyming structure. It's the most. It's the simplest thing ever.
In general,
but it's so fun.
In general, content consumption is a leisure activity. It's something you do to please yourself.
Yeah.
then after that how much
Yeah.
you choose to
Yeah,
study
how
it
much
or how
you-
much you
like,
choose
yeah,
to go
how
in
much
deep
do you
with it.
want your sophisticated simulation or just dumb stimulation?
Huh,
That
it's
depends.
entirely up to you.
If you want extreme big brain time or extreme dumb time, it's up to you.
It's your choice.
Yeah, it's her choice. यार गंदा जोक था यार वो. नहीं.
I think we should wrap it up now.
Yeah, I think so.
That this was a nice conversation. Went about 30 minutes I guess. हाँ
36 minutes.
36 minutes. अरे इसमें से 6 मिनट तो ऐसे ही कट जाएगा.
हाँ.